hold on. This is why I say it is the woman's fault. You are responsible.
Emma Mabinu. Great one. I want.
Sorry, a minimum mute. Great one.
No,
When Emma was talking.
Yeah, Jackie, great one. Land.
Great one. Please unmute yourself.
Sisi Dupe,
Sir.
that woman is not a child. She was the one that opened her leg for a useless man. She was the one that decided not to use contraceptive. She was the one that did not protect herself. What is
Emma? No, now
Emma Masorun combine now. She's not married. She's in a relationship.
You don't say that. You don't say that. Oh, you got 6 months anymore. I'm telling you. Okay.
Sisi Dupe, until you realize and until she realize and she'll be accountable. Ohun ló ṣí ẹsẹ̀ lẹ̀, ohun ni wọ́n dà sínú ẹ̀, ohun ló mọ̀ pé yes wọ́n dà sínú ẹ̀, ohun ló mọ̀ ovulation period ẹ̀, ohun ló mọ̀ ìgbà tí. See, this thing is clear.
It's not clear.
This thing is clear.
It's not clear.
See, Madam Oga Janija, if a man comes to you, see, there's what they call female condom. There's something they call, there's a thing called female condom.
Please.
Oh God.
Please, okay. I want to put a question to you, sir. My question is that, àtìgbà tẹ́yin ti marry, ṣé àti ìyàwó yín ti jàrí?
That's possible. Ẹja
ẹ settle.
Yeah.
So mo keja tẹ́yin àti ìyàwó yín jà yẹn, ó ti túlé kan rí ṣá.
Ló ṣe túlé ká.
Pé ìjà tẹ́yin jà yẹn ó ti jẹ́ kí marriage mi dàrú rí ṣe mo ṣe believe me torí pé handle matter yẹn dáadáa bí.
Possibility.
Yes.
Possibility.
Okay. Now, are you not telling me pé ìyàwó yín ti jọjà tí ìyàwó yín ò bú yín rí pé kíní kan tó bú yín tẹ́yin náà wò pé èmi ló bú báyìí. Tó bú yín
This is not marriage. This is not marriage.
This is dating. This is dating.
Hold on now. Ìgbà tí ìyàwó yín fẹ́ yín ṣẹ́yìn fi pé ẹ̀yin lẹ perfect jù nígbà tí ìyàwó yín fẹ́ yín ni.
Of course. I'm not perfect. Of course, Ori now.
Why does she want to fẹ́ yín?
And she's still enjoying that decision till tomorrow.
He said something the other time. She said that man is older than her. She get. Sherry, when only kini ko to man pe ni she carnal knowledge do man pe ni.
No, Sisi Dupe, please, I need you to tell her the age.
Great one. So Dara that got married to the husband, don't finish locker, that the husband abandoned the child, didn't go? She was the one that opened the leg.
The man is totally irresponsible.
That is totally different. That man is irresponsible.
This is different. This is the irresponsible man. There's a difference between marriage and relationship.
Exactly. And that's
the relationship here.
That is the truth.
Marriage is different.
You said the woman is 40-something. The man is 40-something. One shomode now.
Mr. Great One, Effie age le. You had a child before that. So already you had the experience of abandonment.
Thank you.
You had the experience of abandonment. Who should be smarter at this time, if not you? Okay? We listen, we don't judge, but we're telling truth here, okay? We're telling truth. Because if you don't note your mistakes, you will make those mistakes again under the guise of Michelle, can you turn off the heat? It's too hot. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you make that same mistake again under the guise of you gave the guy another chance. No, you cannot give such a man another chance. He told you. When somebody tells you who they are, believe them. He told you he did not want
100%.
down. He told you, but you kept it. You were still within the state where you could take off, have an abortion or whatever. So whatever happens after you deliver that child, do not blame the man. Not only did you get pregnant for the guy, you kept the pregnancy, then he came back again to misbehave. You accepted him. But you do not want to understand that yẹ kó dànù.
Okay, no. What I want to know now is that man has no fault. All the fault is on the woman.
No.
That's not what you guys are saying.
Sisi Dupe, when you narrated this story,
should have done her due diligence. Because
yes.
Kò yẹ kó fẹ́ díẹ̀ sílẹ̀ kó dà sí kó doyún. Ìgbà tó dẹ̀ wá doyún, ó yẹ kó mọ̀ pé òun máa lọ yọ. Àìlọ́yọ́ ẹ̀, ó yẹ kó mọ̀ pé òun máa dàgbé. Ṣebí?
Àìlọ́yọ́ ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹni tí ó ní ọmọ gangan tí ò wà responsible tó ti fi ẹni tóun jẹ́ hàn.
Yes.
That means that you are assuming the responsibility of that man automatically. Okay. I am sorry. But on the other hand, that does not exclude the man from doing what he ought to do as a human being. However, if the man's name is not on the birth certificate, she has the right, if you're the one that's taking care of the child, you have the right to say,
Emma, I don't think this auntie has any problem with taking care of her child, though.
Okay.
She's doing a good job with her child, though.
We know that.
Her fear now is that this stupid, useless bastard will come back. That's her fear.
The only thing that allows that man to have the audacity to come back is her. And tradition.
Thank you very much.
You must
Thank
not.
you.
You cannot.
And I am asking you now. I am now asking that the instances where men say to their women, I don't want your child or go and terminate. Yeah. I am saying that haven't you seen instances where such men came back and they became a good husband and a good father? I am asking.
It's up to the woman to agree.
Hold on, no. Is a yes or no answer.
There are instances.
Is it possible for such man to come back?
Yes.
And after Tobiomoye, told them issue there was a time he said he didn't want that child.
Okay.
Sisi Dupe, your assumption.
Yes or no answer. If your answer is yes, if your answer is yes, then can you blame her for accepting the man again when the man came back? Okay,
no, I blame her. I'm blaming her because her situation is different.
Because the only reason we are blaming her now is because the guy came back and he still was not serious.
Because the guy showed her.
The guy came back, and he actually turned a new leaf, and they got married, and they have
a leopard can never change his spot. Sister Dupe, Emma
Emma, hold on. Don't say can never change his spot too. Nígbà tí girlfriend ẹ lóyún tó sọ wípé mi ò gba ọmọ mo mọ̀ wọ́n ti marry nsìn wọ́n ti bí ọmọ mẹ́ta lé ọmọ yẹn they are married now as I speak.
Àti Dúpẹ́ ó depend lórí Àti Dúpẹ́ ẹni sùúrù Cherry ó depend lórí tóbìnrin yẹn ṣe rí how serious the guy is. It's obìnrin yẹn ló máa determine pé ṣóun fẹ́ continue àbó òun fẹ́ continue. Tó má dẹ̀ rí pé ọ̀bọ yóò too serious ò tí change the way. She has the right to keep on walking away.
We don't understand. She continued because the guy actually was genuine. But I am saying that I will not put the blame on her for trying.
We never blame one party only. Auntie Dupe, we never blame one party only.
I'm not blaming both
Sisi Dupe, ever since you have been narrating this story,
yes, sir.
You have included that man, you have named that man as a narcissist, you've named that man as a bad person, you've named that man as a useless man. Hold on. I'm not contradicting it. I'm not contradicting it. But with your narration, you let it seem that that woman does not have a sense of her own. You let it seem that she's not whole to make a decision. Tàbá sọ pé teenager ní kíní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ à ń sọ pé kò ní experience àbí pé kò bímọ rí à sọ pé kò ní experience ó ti bímọ rí ọmọ tó bí kò sí nílé ọkọ nígbà tó bímọ yìí so definitely she should have been using her head from the onset.
Emma, all right, Mr. Dixon.
Ṣé ti rí the first person tó kọ́kọ́ bímọ fún that person the same strategy because ẹ máa sọ pé àwọn ọkùnrin kò sí nǹkan tá a bá fẹ́ ṣe a máa ṣe to the extent tó jẹ́ pé a fẹ́ débẹ̀ ṣáá ni. The same strategy, the same process ni first man lò tó fi bímọ out of wedlock. Now, are you saying that you were not in your right senses nígbà this second one wọ́n máa sọ pé twice beatings àbí báwo lẹ máa ń pò ìbò yẹn.
Twice beating once beating
ṣó ti yé yín ó ṣáà ti yé yín. Now the second one now came ẹ jẹ́ ká má parọ́ mọ́ra wa. She has herself to blame, number one, irrespective of her own fear, because bó ṣe wà yìí
Emma, borrow me your box, please. Just hang in there.
Ó lè tọ́ ọmọ yẹn without that man. Even with that man coming and going, don't display gbogbo ẹ̀. Her mind is set already that I'm going to do it myself. She said that I was going to keep the pregnancy, I was going to raise it myself. So if that man is coming and going, ó yẹ kí mind ẹ lè sọ fún pé ó ń ṣe tiẹ̀ ni.
Okay. All right.
So that's my own.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Miss Intelligent.
Hi. I want to share something that you guys. I was underneath. Please, can I speak? Guy, can I speak something?
Hold on. Miss Intelligent, can you hold on a minute for me? Just hold on there. Hold on a minute. Thank you. Oda Ke Baba. Ojara Ije, hold on. Ke Baba, sir.
No, Mr.
Awani. Okay, Mr. Awama.
No, sorrow. No, mo hala woman to sáré wọlé. Let's talk. Mo gbádùn
ẹni wọlé tí mo paper ti biro. Baba fẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀. Ke Baba.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí Ke Baba sọ̀rọ̀. Mo ń kọ paper question tèmi gan lẹ́ ń bí báyìí.
Okay, all right.
Mo ń gbádùn ẹ.
Oh, okay, Emma. I'll bring you back. Ke Baba. On mute o. It's mute.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh, hi. Oh, sorry. I thought.
Miss Intelligent, please.
Yes, sir.
I've been listening since you started.
Yes, sir.
And many times I just listen. I reluctantly didn't want to come up because I know it was going to be. So I'll give a background before I answer some of the questions. Similar situation. And which is what is going to affect my response. So this guy called me and said he's in trouble and narrated the same similar thing. So this guy proposed to this girl last year on his birthday in September. Now called me and said, oh, the girl I proposed to is pregnant. I said, oh, congratulations. He said, oh, I'm not ready. Why are you not ready? And then gave me all kinds of excuses. So I started by saying, when you know you are not ready, you shouldn't have proposed. When you know you are not ready, you should have protected yourself and both of you. Meanwhile, this girl has had a daughter. They're both in UK. This girl has had a daughter before. As soon as he told this lady that I'm not ready, the girl blocked him and said, don't worry, I will have this child and all that. I said, look, you've got to go and see her. I cannot decide for you. I don't know why you said you are not ready, but you have to be responsible for this. But tell her your own reasons and let her know where you stand. You see, we're sitting here saying, oh, we're blaming. I think in this situation and the one Sisi Dupe has narrated, we should blame both of them. Both of them in the sense that perhaps the guy deceived her. We can't say, oh, she's an adult. Why did she open her leg and all that? People can deceive you. Thinking, and she might be one of those that are pro-life, even though she's had a child before, and said, anytime I get pregnant, that's it. But if the man now decides to now turn back, change a new life, and come back You can't say because you're pro-life, oh, I'm not going to allow him access to his child. So in this day and age, people lie, people deceive. So it's not easy for someone that wants to go all the way out to say, oh, I'm going to carry this pregnancy, I'm going to look after this child on my own, to now be the one we're going to be blaming. It's not fair. And that's why I cited that. So when I spoke to that young man that came to meet me, I went and spoke to the lady, and the lady said, sorry, I'm keeping it, and that's my decision. We can blame the lady if anything happened in future based on her decision. But we can also blame the man based on his decision too. That's why both of them, in my view, are to be blamed. Now, because of your both selfish reason, you've decided to have this child into this world and not want to take responsibility for it. And it's a serious issue. It's coincidental that you are bringing it up, and I just last week have the same experience with somebody that approached me and said, can you advise me?
It's just last week, okay, Baba?
It's just last week. But the scenario is different. You know, from the way you've narrated everything, there was no church involved. In fact, they met on TikTok. And this guy proposed and was sharing videos. But you proposed when you know you are not ready. You deceive somebody when you know you are not ready. You are having sex unprotected when you know you are not ready. So it's unfair to blame the lady that, oh, because someone has deceived you once and so they're deceiving you the second time, why did you open your leg? It's unfair to do that. I think the major blame goes to the man. We can blame the lady as well, because once you know that he has said he's not ready, you decided, then you want to go all the way.
Okay, Baba, she said when she first told the guy that, I've not seen immediately she didn't see her period, that she just nonchalantly told him that, I didn't see my period, because even then she said she thought, the period will still come because her period is always unstable and stuff like that. And he said the guy was so excited, like, Oluwaseun, we'll do this. He was even making plan. And I thought he was making that plan because the girl said, my period is always like that. Probably it will still come. So also, yes, síwájú, hoping that the period will come so that you will continue sleeping with her without any plan.
Yeah.
Ṣe sọ wípé báwo lèèyàn ṣe máa mọ̀, because ẹni tó ní good intention fún ẹ náà á ṣe dáadáa fún ẹ tó bá wà. I know people don't like láti sóúnjẹ náà great one that they cook. Tó jẹ́ pé boyfriend wọn náà when they were dating is a good cook. They got married now. Ta fẹ́ sọ wípé okay are we going to say to any woman now pé tó bá ti pàdé èèyàn tó bá ti like láti sóúnjẹ tó ń kẹ́ ẹ lójú nímú, you should run, because somebody that might have good intentions will still come and cook for you and still be loving on you. So how will you now know which one is lying and which one is not? The only time this lady knew that, okay, this is the kind of person this guy was when pregnancy came. I'm sure if this lady did not get pregnant in another 5 years, bó ṣe máa do lọ tó máa tán lọ nìyẹn.
Aunty Dúpẹ́, uncle mi sorry.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí ké bàbá ṣe tán.
I think the lesson for ladies is it doesn't matter what any man says. There are situations where some people will say, oh, once you get pregnant, I'll marry you. I think the lesson is, until somebody puts a ring in your hand.
Mm-hmm. I'll take that.
Anything they say, they can change their mind. And once anybody changes their mind, you can't really force them. They are telling you when things can still be. I'm not a fan of abortion and all that, pro-life. But when you know that, you must be sure.
Can I share my story quickly?
Hey, Baba, àwọn tó tún fẹ́ yàn
Please.
ńkọ́? Dara, shebi it was they got married, have big wedding.
Exactly,
Yes,
that's just what I wanted to say. Yeah,
they got married.
Can I share my story, please?
Auntie Dupe,
sorry,
what you don't know, what you don't know.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ jẹ́ kí Miss Intelligent share story ẹ
Any
jọ̀ọ́.
story Auntie Dupe.
No, it's something.
It's a sad story. Hold on, Mr. Intelligent. When Dara got married, right, and the guy said, "No, I don't want the child anymore," the girl does not have any problem at all. The man is totally responsible and irresponsible for every single thing. But not in a situation where you are dating, you are caught in, like Mr. K. Baba said, if you have not put a ring on it, do not say you can open your legs anyhow.
When life is beautiful.
Please let somebody talk from experience.
Your woman got pregnant.
Sisi Dupe, please hold on. Everybody, please let her Miss Intelligent talk. Then we can continue. Maybe she has a.
Hey, Babada.
All right.
What you love?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. I was down below the comment section and I was listening carefully where everyone was studying. And to me, I'm that kind of person. I feel empathy, on what happened to this person, my fellow gender that go through. I have gone through the same thing. You can judge me if you want to. Listen, my story is similar to this person. This particular lady, I don't know her, I never met her, but it's similar. I was in a relationship with this particular guy. We truly love each other, for more than 5 years. And I'm that kind of person, I believe in my tradition. I was very protected. I kept myself that I want to keep myself for my future husband. But because of the love bombing, there's a way men, the love bombing, you talk about things. We were talking about things, we were talking about, having kids and stuff, blah, 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 something like that. But things happen. And obviously, with the love bombing, he frustrated me. And obviously, things happen. But then, like somebody said, Dupe said, me, I'm that kind of person. When I got pregnant, I did not know that I was pregnant. Nobody even see my pregnancy bomb. Nothing at all. I was wearing my normal dress. I didn't know I was heavily seeing every single month. I was seeing my period. When I told the father of my son, I never knew about narcissistic until I went through this. Then I started reading about narcissistic. So when I told my son, my unborn child father, say, I am pregnant, he intentionally break up with me with a heart broken. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. I live in the UK. I wasn't prepared. I nearly lost my life. But because I had my family, they supported me. My family, my mom, my auntie, my brothers and sisters, and good friends, they were stand by me for me to be strong. And also my God, I focused on me. I went through hell. Even my unborn child father, his friends, they were bullying me. They were provoking me. But one thing I said to myself, I just want to focus on me. And I don't believe in abortion. My family doesn't believe in abortion. I said to myself, like, is it Baba? K Baba says something. I said to myself, children are blessed from God. If you say you want to walk away from me, you don't want the child, I'm going to have the child. I'm going to have the child. I'm going to raise it with God by my side. I'm going to take good care of it. I am not a liability. I am not a liability, and I know I wasn't ready. And I put my trust in God. That it's a God that blessed me with the child. And I have the child. Even when I get back to my child, I have it with emergency C-section. I never had no communication with my unborn child's father because my mom said, you need to focus on yourself. If not, the social service will take your child away from you. When I gave birth, my mom called my child's father and the family, say I gave birth. And to me, I was laid down on that hospital bed. I was laid down on that hospital and said, mommy, why? Mommy, why? Why do you contact them? I just want to have my child in peace. I don't want them to know nothing. But my mom said something to me, forgive and let go, and I forgive. My mom says something, give him another chance, but not to come in my life, but to give him a chance to come in my son's life. I did. Somebody talking about birth certificate, yeah? I did give him a chance, even though he wasn't there for me throughout my pregnancy. But because I come from a very humble home and I come from a tradition, I said to my mom, if they want to come, I don't want to get married to him. But traditionally, my son doesn't belong to him. Biologically, yes, he is a sperm donor. But traditionally, my child doesn't belong. If he wants, he will come legally to get married to my son. And that's where I stand. And today, single-handedly, I am the one that raising my son up. If you go on my TikTok page, you will see it. When my son is at 4 years old, people who live in the UK, they know how difficult it is. My son go to one of the best nursery, private nursery, and he's about to go to a primary school. So when some people or guys are saying that, oh, you open your legs and so, no, it's all about there was love between these two couples. The love, like Mr. K. Baba said, the man deceived me. The father of my child deceived me. He said he wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. But I am so grateful to my family that stand by me. So this is the lesson to me. Like somebody said, don't go on your vomit again. No, I don't go to all my vomit. No, I stand my boundary. I don't tolerate disrespect from my child father. I forgive it him. But if he wants to do the co-parent relationship with me, co-parents relationship with me towards my child, I will give him a chance, but I will not sit down disrespected me. Even if I'm getting married to another man in my life, and another man play a fatherly role, I will stand and say, hey, this man is my husband. He's the one played a significant role model, male role model to my child. Respect him. You don't respect him, my son will never respect you as a father. This is. So as a woman, you go through this, you need to set your standard. You need to set that boundary. Don't sit down to tolerate disrespect from any man. A man that got you pregnant and abandoned you, you need to set up a boundary. And today, people admired me. People abandoned. And the one thing is, maybe she haven't healed. This particular person's story, sister Tumpe, you were talking about, she haven't healed. If she's healed, she wouldn't go back because she have to heal completely. Because you have to think about what that man did to. For me, I heal. I am healed, and I will not go back. But one thing about me, I will just say, hey, traditionally, come and do the traditional demand. Even if my son, which 18 years old, every damn thing I spend on my child, you must come. I don't care if he got married. But traditionally, he must do the traditional demand. So please, I'm begging you men, Stop judging this particular woman's story. Sister Dumpe is talking about. It's not a lazy person just went to open her leg. Why did a man went to have sorry, I don't want to use the word here, TikTok to block. Why? Why did he use his whatever to have it? There was a love between them. The love bombing. He love bombing him. He deceived her. As a man, take your responsibility. Take your acceptability.
Thank you, my sister.
Because one thing that people believe is, when the child grow up, the child will come and look for his absent father. Where were you? Now that the child is growing up, the child is looking good. Like, let me tell you another one. My child, my son's father, he doesn't communicate. He fear me because what he have done. Honestly, he fear me.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're streaming from. Ojananga, please. Good afternoon. Please, Mr. Intelligent, thank you so much. Good afternoon, good morning.
Let me just say this.
Okay.
That even basically, he go around, he taking my child picture, trying to edit me off from the picture. And you call yourself, why are you trying, no matter what are you trying to do as a man? If you want the child picture, communicate with the mother of the child, and she will send you that picture you deserve. But don't go on her social media platform trying to edit the picture and remove the mother of the child. What? It doesn't make sense. So please, great one. When you were saying that it's a woman's fault, it's not a woman's fault, it's a man's fault. The man have to take the responsibility, acceptability for his wrong.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. And please stop accusing this woman.
Okay, thank you.
Are you
Miss
Sisi Dupe,
Ojanenga,
you're on mute.
good afternoon, good morning, good
Sisi
evening from where.
Dupe,
Already take it as she now.
you're on
Sorry,
mute.
mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ ni mo wà muted. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
Mi ò mọ̀ pé ẹ gbọ́ mi, ẹ má bínú. Mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ látẹ̀ẹ̀kan, mi ò mọ̀ pé ẹ gbọ́ mi because I muted. Miss Intelligent, I was going to say thank you so much for sharing. And I'm glad that you're doing well with your child. You know, this life sometimes, life itself is the lesson. You know, it's very, that I'm guilty too. Yes, maybe my opinion might be a bit different on this. I'm sure we'll talk about something else that, you know, I will be looking at something else too. And it will be going like, you know, I'm not seeing things the way I'm supposed to see it. But I always say that, you know, when you've not been in a particular situation, and when I say particular, exact, when we are saying be in somebody's shoes, if that person is wearing 40, you have to wear 40, because if you wear 35, you will not understand the person's shoes. So sometimes that is how we are created. When we hear something, that is when you have sound mind, you hear something, you will have your opinion about it. That is how we are all created, and it's fine for us to have, you know, different opinion. But one thing I know is you know, ẹni tó wọ bàtà ló mọ ibi tó ti ń town. And you know why me I'm saying I will not say, oh, it's our fault, because for taking the guy back again when he came back the second time, because I have seen instances where men will say, I am not interested in your child. Not one, not two. Ìgbà tí mo wà ní kékeré ní Àgùdà Sùúrùlérè, bọ̀dá David ń gbà yẹn, wọ́n fún àǹtí Ngozi lóyún, wọ́n náà wọn ò ní gba oyún. Mo sọ̀rọ̀ àti mo wà kékeré ni I cannot forget. Torí bọ̀dá David yẹn was my crush ní kékeré, wọ́n fine gan báyìí. Wọ́n wá fún ọmọ kwaya kan lóyún, àǹtí Ngozi, ọmọ Igbo ni. He said he was not going to take that pregnancy. Ó ti pẹ́ àti wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ ti pẹ́, it is well with me. Àmì ẹ̀ pọ̀. So he now said he won't take the pregnancy, and you know, he wasn't there at all during the pregnancy because he was upset with that auntie that, oh, you want to spoil my life, I've got plan, blah, 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 blah. When that auntie put to bed and his family went to see that auntie, and they went back to tell him that, you know, that auntie, you know, had this gorgeous baby. I don't know what they said to him. He went back to that auntie and begged that auntie. And it's also easy. Àwọn ọmọ wọn ti ṣetán. They are now grandparents, because, you know, it was when I was little. That's why I'm saying I cannot 100% blame her for taking him back. Because sometimes, you know, shock him, you know, I am not ready. even though you gave her the impression that you were ready, but for some reason you said you were not. And again, let me tell you, in that kind of situation, in as much as we are thinking, oh, she's old enough to make her own decision, but you know, she has parents, she has mom, she has dad, she has sisters, and she will have people in her ear saying, o ti bí kan tẹ́lẹ̀, ẹni tó lọ ó tún ti padà wá. You know, he's back now, he wants to take up his responsibility. Why don't you want him to take up his responsibility? Ṣó fẹ́ dálé moṣú ni, ṣó fẹ́ máa bímọ kiri ni. So there is a lot of things that we are not putting into consideration, that, you know, where we are from, sometime àwa kọ́ la nira wa, no matter your age, you will still have people's input into your life. And everybody that is close to you, that loves you, because they want you to settle down, you know, they will be telling you that, you know, ṣebí ẹni tó lọ ló dé nsìn ló sọ pé òun fẹ́ ṣe kìnnìkan ó ṣe tún fún l'opportunity again. Ó mo ṣe sọ wípé sometimes try and error nílé ayé. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa tá bá ṣe ń try ẹ̀, tá bá ṣe ń lù, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó máa dún fún gbogbo wa. Thank you so much, Miss Intelligence. I do appreciate. Ọ̀jàrà ìjà ẹ parí ọ̀rọ̀ yín.
Ẹni sùúrù Ọ̀jàrà ìjà ẹ ta ṣe introduction jọ.
Ọ̀jàrà ìjà ẹ parí ọ̀rọ̀ yín.
Ẹni sùúrù Ọ̀jàrà ìjà ẹ ta ṣe introduction now. That is introduction. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're streaming from. Sister Dupe's live show, it's at it again. Very, very interesting topic. And I can believe that everybody is so emotional to this topic. And we should be respectful of how we share our ideas, and to be also respectful of how people communicate with us. Please, this is a very, very sensitive topic. We're not here to judge anybody. We're not here to abuse anybody. We're here to support everyone as a friend, as a family, and as a community. Yes, it's a very, very interesting topic. Different people with different view. We've all seen it. We've all experienced life in one way or form in this society that we live in. Please, can we power tap as much as possible to let's make it to 100K. Please, let's take it to 100K. Let us all power tap as much as possible. Also, let us share the live stream so that we can get other people to come onto the platform to share their own